What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're gonna be doing something a little different. Now, I know I normally do meal prep videos and stuff, but if you're anything like me, you like Chipotle, right? But it gets expensive. You go, especially when you get double meat, triple meat. I've been known to do that. That racks up, it's like $15. What we're gonna do, more cost effective, you can feed more people with it, definitely gonna save you some money. High in protein, you can choose what your ingredients are, so if you're on a specific diet, you can switch stuff in and out, add what you want, remove what you don't, make it as healthy as you want it to be or as unhealthy if you're anything like me during bulk season. So yeah, we're gonna get this underway. Pay attention, I'm gonna show you exactly how to make Chipotle at home. Doesn't require a ton of ingredients and it's actually pretty quick, so stay tuned and we will get this done. So first things first, we went ahead and we got ourselves some chicken. Now, one of the hardest things to do when you're trying to make at-home Chipotle is getting your chicken to taste like theirs. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna marinate it. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna get everything put together here for this marinade. So starting off, we got ourselves some Chipotle peppers here. And we're gonna get some of these chopped up and put in our bowl here for the marinade. So we're gonna go ahead, open this up. And now we're gonna get 3 of these out of here and put them on our plate. And then we're gonna come in here and chop them up into smaller pieces. So we got all of our peppers here chopped up. We're gonna add them into our bowl here. So put that in there for the marinade. Next thing we need is some extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna put about 2 tablespoons in here. We're eyeballing it. There we go. And then we're gonna need some ground cumin. We're gonna put in here as well, help with that flavor. So you wanna put a decent amount in here. We're gonna add a little bit of oregano in here as well. And then we're gonna add some garlic powder too. Then we're gonna add a little bit of a lower sodium taco seasoning. You don't need too much of this, but it really helps with giving it that Chipotle flavor. Not too much, just about. There we go, that'll do us. And then we have fresh limes here. We're gonna go ahead and just squeeze that lime juice over top of it. And there we go. Now you wanna go ahead and stir it up. We're gonna get in here and get this all mixed together. Make a really nice marinade here. Give that chicken some awesome flavor when we go to cook it. Now what we're gonna do, this chicken breast has already been pre-trimmed. I bought it that way. It's a little more when you do it that way, but it saves on some hassle and on some work. So we're gonna take it, and we're gonna put our chicken breast in a bag here. And then once you get your chicken in the bag, you put your marinade in the bag as well. Make sure you get it all in here. All right, then once you do that, you wanna seal the bag up. Then we're gonna go get it nice and mixed up in here. That's how you make the marinade for this chicken. Now I recommend, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You wanna put it in the fridge for at least an hour. That's gonna let this chicken really absorb that flavor. If you want to have a little more flavor, you can do it overnight, but I'm one of I like to just get it done. So we're gonna throw it in the fridge for like an hour, let it sit, and then we're gonna get back and cook it. Like I said, make sure you get in here and you really let that marinade mix up. All right, I think that's gonna be good. So we're gonna place it in the fridge. And we're gonna let it sit for like an hour, and then we will be back in a second. Now while we're waiting on that chicken, we're gonna go ahead and start making our rice. So the first thing we're gonna do is take our olive oil, once again, extra virgin, and we are gonna put a little bit in the bottom of this saucepan. Just a tiny bit, get it in there. And then we're gonna go ahead too and add a little bit of lime juice as well to help that rice get some flavor. And then now we're gonna toast our rice. So before we cook it, we're gonna take a cup of rice, we're gonna dump it in here, and we're gonna let that just toast and sit in there. Now that we let the rice toast for a little bit and absorb some of that flavor, we're gonna add our water in. Now, anytime you make rice, I always recommend, general rule of thumb is like, let's say you're making 1 cup of rice, you wanna put double the amount of water in it. So 1 cup of rice equals 2 cups of water. So there's 1 cup in there, 2 cups. And then what I like to do, especially if we toast it, is to go in, make sure we stir it up a little bit here. And then we want to bring it to a boil. So turn that heat up a little bit. We're gonna wait on this to come to a boil. And the way I like to do my rice is once it starts boiling, then I turn the heat down to low, and then we're gonna go ahead and cover it. Now that the rice is to a boil, we are gonna go ahead and cover it and turn the heat down on low and let it sit. Now rice typically takes about 40 minutes or so to cook. So we're gonna let this cook. And while this is cooking, I always recommend starting this before your chicken. That way everything kind of gets done at the same time. You combine everything, it's still warm, and you're not, waiting on one thing. One thing gotta work on the other. So multitasking is the key when it comes to making food like this. That way you're not reheating anything, don't let anything get stale or, get cold, whatever. So we are gonna pull the chicken out of the fridge. We're gonna go ahead and get it chopped up, start cooking it, and then hopefully by the time everything gets done, we'll be ready to show you what the finished product looks like. So let's do it. All right, we've had our chicken in the fridge now for about an hour or so, marinating, pulling it out. And then what I'm gonna wanna do to cook this right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it into little pieces. So we're gonna remove our chicken here from the bag. And then I'm gonna go ahead too and take any of this marinade here and kind of dump it out. That way we can add it to the pan when it's cooking time. Now taking our chicken, we're just gonna cut it up into tiny pieces here. That way it cooks a little faster and really gets us that Chipotle-like chicken consistency of it being smaller cut pieces. So get yourself some meat shears, makes this very easy. Just, you're in little tiny pieces. And the key to really making this like Chipotle is making sure you get your marinade right. A good marinade can really add a ton of flavor to your proteins when you're cooking. Keep that in mind with this. You definitely want to let it marinate for at least an hour if you really want that Chipotle flavor. All of this is chopped up, so we're gonna go ahead and add it to our pan. So take this. There we go. All right, chicken is cooking. The key is I like to preheat my pan, that way it cooks faster. We got it all sitting here, all spread out. So waiting on that to finish. All right guys, the chicken is officially done. Gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl, and then we're gonna do our rice, and then it is time to eat. So our chicken's done and the rice just finished up. So what we're gonna do with it to add a little bit more flavor is put some more lime juice in there. So we'll squeeze out the rest of this to give it a nice Chipotle-like flavor. There we go. And then we're gonna add some cilantro to it. There we go. And then we're gonna go in and stir that up. Mix that cilantro in here throughout the rice. Now for the beans, what we do is we have a can of organic black beans, and then we also have a can of organic pinto beans. So if you're not too picky and you like both, we're just gonna combine both of them together in this bowl here. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and microwave these, get these ready, combine them, and then boom, there's our beans. So here we are, we got all of our ingredients laid out, good to go to make our Chipotle. We got our black beans and our pinto beans all mixed together here in this bowl, and then we also have our white rice, which you've seen us make. We got our chicken that's sitting here, and then the two things you didn't see, we got our mozzarella cheese. That way we can get as close to Chipotle as possible. We just bought a shredded bag, nothing crazy. Then we got our Pico De Gallo that we bought at the Fresh Garden Market section of the Kroger. So we got everything we want here. I debated on doing guacamole or not, decided not to this time just because I'm trying to be on a lower fat diet right now, but guacamole is extremely healthy if you do it right, so you can also add that in here too if you want. We're gonna go ahead and put our bowls together, and if you want to as well, I got some tortillas. I think Jared, he is a expert tortilla wrapper. I might have him wrap up a burrito too, so I'm gonna make a bowl. I'm trying to keep the carbs a little lower, but he's gonna have a burrito, I believe. So we're gonna put these together, and then we'll be right back.
I didn't claim to be an expert.
All right, guys, I got my bowl put together. It's maybe a little hard to see, but I got a little bit of every ingredient in here. So a nice wholesome meal, awesome serving of chicken. We got complex carbs with the beans. We got our rice in there. We got our cheese, just a really good meal, and this didn't cost us an arm and a leg. A quantity bowl like this at Chipotle would probably run me $16. And I think with all these ingredients combined, the beans were a couple bucks, the rice, maybe 75 cents for a cup of white rice, the cheese was a couple bucks, Pico De Gallo was a couple bucks, and this pack of chicken was like $5. So this is gonna definitely feed me and feed Jared. A way better cost-effective way to do it. And we have all this food left over too, so you could do this in advance and use the rest for meal prep. For real, you can just use the rest of it throughout the course of the week. You don't leave any of it to waste. So what would a cooking video be without a taste test? I'm gonna try this. All right, we ready? Make sure we get a decent amount of all this in here. Okay. That is so good, guys. Wow. You need to try this at home. For real. You need to try it. This is just like a Chipotle burrito, except it almost feels more wholesome because I made it. So, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't let Jared eat. We're gonna see if he can't wrap a burrito with this. So, let's see what happens. All right, let's see how he does. Moment of truth. There is no way. There is no way.
Hold on, dude.
There we go. There we go, burrito time. Take a bite of that bad boy. How is that, man? How is that?
I did it.
You did it.
Fantastic.
Nice, man, nice. And we had a little bit spill off, but hey, you're gonna eat that too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So how do you think of it compared to Chipotle?
The pride that we have in this makes it better.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah, the cost effectiveness, just I rolled it myself. I didn't have to deal with the Chipotle line.
Right.
Everything is better right here.
Perfect. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It is not too difficult to make Chipotle style food at your house. You can feed a ton of people with this. As you can see, we still have quite a bit left over. And all you gotta do is up the amount of ingredients, the more people you have. So this is totally gonna fill me up. Jared has a massive breed over there with a ton of spillover, as you guys seen. Yeah, it's overall good stuff. So if you wanted to try Chipotle at home, this is definitely the way to do it. I would give this a 10 out of 10 on wholesome quality, good nutrition. So plus too, when you make food at home, kind of whole family can bond, make it a thing, right? Too many people don't eat around a dinner table anymore. Probably should. Put the cell phones down, have fun, enjoy your food. You know, just food for thought, right? Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are great. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna finish this. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. You know what it is. Try this at home, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this if you end up trying it, guys. I really love to hear from you. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one, and yeah, enjoy yourself some Chipotle at home.